Hello everybody, it's Everalt4 for another episode of Crisis Core Mission Videos. Last time we did a whole load of stuff and we completed the seeking priceless items, I think. And now we're going to go into back into the seeking precious items. And we're going to do the Counter-Mafia Project, which is unlocked after the Corporation Crusher missions. So yay. Go back. There we go. Right there. Seeking precious items. Counter-Mafia Project. After the Zack the Corporation Crusher. That was fun, wasn't it? Just give it time. I just need my time to find it. There we go. The Don Secret. We have obtained information on items hidden by Don Corneo, the Mafia boss who controls the wall mark. The purpose of this mission is to bring Corneo's excessive forces under control. You're allowed to keep all the items you obtained during the mission. So this is a bunch of a set of missions that I would not suggest you even think of trying unless you have Costly Punch. For the most part, the enemies are just tough, but some of them are, like, impossible range tough. There are 3 chests here. You start off at the top of the map over here, and it's really hard to get to the bottom without hitting a whole bunch of enemy encounters. And the enemies here are the Iron Claws, which have 69,780 health, and they can stop you. And the Jack-o'-lanterns that have 92,850 health, and also Mover EXs. Luckily, I have really good luck with Zentetskin in this video. Remember last time we got the materia that makes Zentetskin more likely to appear, and it was saving up. Last time we didn't get it at all, and this time it's just gonna be a Zentetskin train, and I'm perfectly fine with that. So I think we're pretty much out of, yeah, that's like a trap right there. I'm pretty sure we're out of, what's it called? Out of the limit, the phase modulation, like, scenes that we need to continue in the story before we see more. Also, Graviga doesn't work on the Jack-o'-lanterns, and I hate them. But guess what we get again? Yay! Yeah, literally the next battle. I love it. And we get a Dark Matter from there. And yeah, I walk right back into the enemies. But luckily they hit me enough that I can punch them. So let's take the road around. So there's going to be Punch! Could be a lot of required battles just because these areas are annoying. Somehow I get across the street here without hitting anything. I seem to find the places where there are no enemy battles on the streets, but there's one chest on the inner ring and one chest on the outer ring. There's the Mover EXs, which are the boss. We get a Vital Slash materia, which used to be our most go-to thing, and now it's just like, eh. The other, I skipped that, but it was an Elemental Blade materia. I think it's a materia. Or is that, that's a equip item? I don't care. I'm not going to use it. Get rid of the Mover EXs because they can do horrible things to you, but we get 4 fat Chocobo feathers. So we're really stocking up on those fat Chocobo feathers, aren't we? But yeah, I like the fact that we're doing, like, you know, missions to combat Don Corneo because, I don't know, he's a big part of the beginning of FF7. You know, it's like him and Yuffie here. New information tells us that Don Corneo has apparently hidden more items in the slums. The purpose of this mission is to bring Don Corneo's excessive forces under control. You're allowed to keep all the items you obtained during the mission. Don's second secret. It just shows that Shinra and Don Corneo don't really have the best relationship, and, you know, them working together eventually, or at least him being an informant eventually, is more of a, you know, like, we really wish we didn't have to type of thing, which is why they send the Turks after him. It's kind of funny. Did I mention I'd be spoiling FF7 in this Let's Play? Because I will, and I have mentioned that. Anyway, there are 2 chests here, I believe. There's should be a status ward down this way. And on the way to the boss is a Graviga materia. This mission has the Iron Claws and the Mover EXs, but instead of the Jack-o'-lanterns, it has Horned Devils, which are really annoying. They have 72,800 health, and also has the Lesser Worms, which have 42,450 health, and can cast stop on you, and usually appear in large groups. I hate them. But the boss here is, I think the boss is going to be the worm. I think we're right, yeah, over here. So just try to get rid of the mover EX first and just get behind the worms. It's pretty easy there. 5 mithril, yay! The next, I would say the next 2 missions are still easy. The last 2 missions in this tree are actually really tough. But they're, I guess, short, so that leads this to be a shorter episode. Counter-Mafia Project, Secret in the Caverns. This just in, Don Corneo has hidden additional items in the caves. The purpose of the mission is to bring Don Corneo's excessive forces under control. You're allowed to keep all the items you obtained during the mission. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty crazy that we're already, like, finishing up entire sections. Like, Seeking Priceless Items we're done with. This is going to be the end of the Seeking Precious Items. We completed the Zack the Materia Hunter. There's a dark matter over here. Okay, so there's a lot of treasures here. I'll talk more about the game afterwards. On the opposite way of the boss, going to the lower left corner of the map, we have the dark matter over there. There's also, in this direction, Fat Chocobo Feather. I get really confused because I have no idea where the next chest is, and then I decide to turn around and go back eventually. There's another chest that's supposed to be here. It's just, I literally ran right past it with a crystal orb in it. And the other chests are in the upper left corner of the map. As you can see, we got some stupid worms here, and the lesser worms, which can stop you, and that's pretty much it. They also use Graviga, which, it's AP Graviga, so I'm guessing it saps half your AP. And those Horn Devil enemies can use energy, which is really nasty. And they can also use Ultima, which is really, really nasty. So they have high magic, unlike me. To counter energy, you really pretty much just have to get behind him so that there's no way he can lock onto you. But yeah, in the upper, we'll eventually get to the upper left corner of the map. We're back in the start area now. Okay, and up over here we have more chests. One of them has Sky Chocobo Omelet. And the last one down over there has a brand new materia. Ultima! The most powerful magic materia in the game. Ultima does a lot of damage to all the enemies on the field. There's a 48 base power, which is more than Flare. Costs 99 MP. The only problem is that it takes a while to charge up. And when I say it takes a while to charge up, like, it takes like 3 or 4 seconds, and in that time you could costly punch like 3 different enemies. But anyway, the boss over here is more worms, lots of worms. Make sure you stay out of it. I try using Ultima here because why not hit everybody? But we also get a Zentat skin. As you can see, it does about 16,000 damage to each of the worms, which isn't bad, honestly. They all have 42,000 health, so it would take a while to kill them. If I was using 99 MP, it would be a while. But luckily they have absolutely no resistance to Zentat skin. And yes, enemies can have resistance to Zentat skin. Oh, I love that. Isn't that beautiful? We get 5 adamantites out of that. Is that not just a work of beauty, though? Yeah, I think I go and reset my HP or something here. I don't know. Yeah. Okay, next. 3 more to go. You can do it, Dovey. Just click on that Counter-Mafia Project. You can do it. Come on. Come on! Yeah, you did it. Secret on the plains. Breaking information tells us that Don Corneo has apparently hidden more items in the plains. The purpose of the mission is to bring Corneo's excessive forces under control. You're allowed to keep all the items you obtain during the mission. I keep all the items I obtain during any of my missions, though. Why is this any different? The funny thing is, there are no chests in this mission. There's obviously a reward, but yeah, I tried to head for the wall and it got me into a battle. So the enemies out here are the gremlins with 58,770 health, which we fought before. the destroyer enemies with 52,500 health, which we fought before, and the giant hornets with 13,850. So obviously the hornets have less health than everybody else, but they have a resistance to pretty much everything. Luckily, Costly Punch doesn't care about resistance, as we've learned many times. Costly Punch is an equal opportunity materia that will equally kill everything dead. Costly Punch. Equality in death. I don't know why I'm never hired for commercials. And yeah, I was surprised that we actually hit the attack enemy trigger for that. But yeah, just keep going around. The boss is going to be in the upper right corner of the map, excuse me, which is right over here. And yeah, we actually ran right. The boss has a really wide radius because we were still on the corner. I hadn't left that. But yep, that's it. And we get a gold rolling pin, which, as we've seen before, can be sold for, I believe, 100,000 gil. So it's pretty nice. It is pretty nice. The next two missions are not pretty nice, though. I guess the last one isn't that bad. But this one coming up has Death Incarnate. Oh boy. Yeah, this is a bad one. The Melancholy Don. New intelligence tells us Don Corneo has apparently hidden more items in the coal mines. The purpose of the mission is to bring Corneo's excessive forces under control. You're allowed to keep all items you obtain during the mission. I don't know how his forces include the boss of this one. Oy, oy, oy. You are going to want to equip something that gives you as many resistances to status as possible. I'm talking poison, silence, stun, possibly stop. Essentially, you're going to want the hell materia, a hell materia and status ward equipped, which I don't do, and I'm stupid and don't do what I do. But yeah, there's a whole load of treasures here. Also, we got the electric and adamantite in the opposite direction of the boss. The boss is in the kind of center of the map, dead end area. I don't know. There are should be four more chests, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, I'm just trying to see where the heck I'm going here. The enemies are the guys we've been fighting before, the gremlins, destroyers, and giant hornets. They somehow got from the plains in here, but anyway, we got Ultima and Curaga materias there, so now we have two Ultimas. So that's okay, I guess. Over there we get a high jump materia, but that, who cares about that, because we already got the mastered, high jump with like attack plus 40 or whatever it was that I put on something else that I can't remember now. But there's one more materia right before the boss. And a bunch of enemies here too. I don't know how I hit that trigger either. I guess I walked too far out into the curve. But yeah, we have over here is a Faraga blade materia, and we'll be able to see the boss in just a second. Dun dun dun! I'm like, oh crud. Yeah, it is a Gaea Malboro. We'll talk about it later, but it has an attack called Really Bad Breath, which has huge range, as you'll see. And yeah, it can stun you and stop you and silence you and poison you and all that. I equip myself with poison resistance just because that will stop your attacks every time you get hit. But you should really try to do the status ward thing. That's a better idea. But anyway, the Gaea Malboro has 1,285,560 health. So even if you're doing Costly Punch, this thing's gonna take 13 hits. But yeah, as you can see, stop and silence on me. But luckily, nope. I was like, yeah. Oh. Regen is probably a good idea to give yourself also before you have everything horrible happen to you. But yeah, over 1.28 million health. So even doing 99,999 damage per hit, it'll still do things like Ultima, which you can't stop. And luckily, I have enough health that didn't destroy me. And as you can see, I'm using elixirs here, and it's not doing enough. But we get Zantetskin and a level up to 50, and I was like, yes! Ah! The most powerful enemy so far in the game, and I'm gonna kill it! Oh, I was so ecstatic here. And no, I don't skip the cutscene because this thing deserves all my hate. And it does nothing! Yay! This is where we learn that the Gaea Malboro has 255 resistance to Zantetskin, meaning it's affected, but it has the maximum resistance. So yeah, we're kind of stuck now. Luckily, it's bringing our health down under the break status, so we'll be able to attack it with Costly Punch eventually, right? Just waiting on that Costly Punch, getting that stun done. Oh good. Yeah, this is a tough battle, and without luck, you're going to need that resistance to status. Luckily, I can start getting my punches in over here, and I still get hit by really bad breath despite the fact that I'm its side. Like, what the heck, game? Ugh, I hate it. We got Ultima to level up there. But, oh my goodness gracious, this boss is brutal, brutal. Like, if I didn't have my health broken with the Drainga materia, we'd be dead several times over. But then, a miracle happens. We get another Zantetskin. And yes, as you can see, I slowed it down to regular speed because this is a beautiful moment. Also, this is like my favorite summon animation. It's so good. I'm looking forward to the updated summons in FF7 Remake. Oh man, I yelled when that happened. I was like, yes! We get 10 dark matters out of that, which is quite a lot. But 255 resistance doesn't mean it's immune. Oh, just to let you know, like most enemies' resistance to Zantetskin is 0. So that was an accomplishment. Oh, it's kind of like having we'll say after this. Don's Twilight. Sources tell us that Don Corneo has apparently hid more items in the wasteland. The purpose of the mission is to bring Corneo's excessive forces under control. You're allowed to keep all the items you obtain during the mission. It's like having Yojimbo use his Zanmato, you know, the instant kill attack in FF10 against what's that, Penance, you know, the super ultimate boss. But man, oh man. Okay, so this is going to be the final mission in this video. There are 4 chests. There are 4 chests! So who gets that reference? But yeah, the boss here is actually a familiar looking face. And he's also a bit tougher. Yeah, right over there is another behemoth type enemy. He's the most powerful behemoth type enemy in the game, actually. I believe the Gaea Malboro is the most powerful of the Malboro enemies. Thankfully, we're done with him. I get a mithril over there. And at the end here, we should find a power suit. Yes. I think that was a power suit. I wasn't actually looking. Yeah, no, the Gaea Malboro is not the most powerful one. Holy heck. Oh, I could have tried to steal a ribbon from him. Sadness. Gasol greens. I might actually go back and do that off screen. Just try to steal a ribbon from him because ribbons are awesome. I like ribbons. Ribbons are cool. Let's see. So we're heading back to the boss now. No. Yes. Okay, you can see his tail. It's kind of funny. And there's one more chest here with an adamantite. Yeah. And we got the Gasol greens before. So this boss over here is Humbaba with 898,500 health. Humbaba is actually easier than the Jabberwock because he doesn't use what's it called on you, Ultima. But yeah, it's Humbaba from FF6. Like they brought the name back, which is pretty cool. I like that. He keeps using damage up to essentially double his power, so be careful with that. But with just, 9 or so costly punches, you'll be able to take him out, so that's awesome. Just don't be in front of him and don't be directly in the back. And now we are level 59, hooray! Unfortunately, I do have to get myself hurt here so that costly punch starts working again. But what does the... Where's the ribbon? Ribbon. Prevents all status except death. Okay, yeah, I need that. But yeah, he's dead, and we get 10 hero drinks out of that. And that is going to do it for this episode. So we're done now with seeking precious items, and we have successfully curbed Don Corneo's power, so we'll probably never hear from him again. But anyway, this has been Sephiroth12 with another Crisis Core mission video. Next time, we're going to go back to the Great Cave of Wonders and do as much as we can there. Following that episode is going to be our return to story mode. Hooray! Goodbye, everybody. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye!